Welcome, everybody, to Generation Dan, the only podcast where we've gained 10 pounds since the last time you've seen us because it's the holiday season. I'm Atlas Novak. I'm your millennial. Who else is here with me?
I'm Tina the Genetic Marvel, and I'm up to 15. I'll tell you that much because I have eaten like a pig. The only advantage was I had snow to shovel, and that may have like balanced things out, but I don't think so. Our guest today is a returning guest who has had a monumental life milestone. We are super excited. I'm going to take complete credit for encouraging him to release it because I'm a narcissistic prick that way. But with us today is Mr. Vince Carmichael. Vince, how are you, sir?
Doing very well, Dino and Atlas. Thank you very much. I've also tried to hold on to the weight before and after the holidays. I think I'm holding on by a fingernail, trying to do some intermittent fasting.
Oh my God.
I love the post, Dino, that you had on Boxing Day saying that you were still full from Christmas before you even went to supper. I'm like, that's been the last 3 days for me. It's killing me.
Like, you know what? Like, especially, okay, so Vince, I don't know, Atlas, you don't mind, we don't have talking this before, but so Vince has done like the Spartan races and stuff and like been in good shape and has a physically active job as well. And even so, Vince will complain.
He looks like he's in good shape.
He is in good shape, but he's like, oh, I'm heavier than I've ever been. And I'm like, you're still like a third of my size. So, you know, but at the same time, like, when you're, especially as you get older, you try and stay, you're like, you know, I'm going to intermittent fast. I'm trying to watch what I eat and stuff like that. Then Christmas happens and you're like, listen, if you can enjoy Christmas, all the hard work is for nothing, right? Which is very fair. And also that's good mental health as well. However, you're just not used to eating that much. And also, so on Christmas, so it was Christmas Day when I did that. We went to a friend's house. We learned how to make Scotch eggs. And as that was like mid-process, because we were all getting frustrated with it because it was not working properly, in a hilarious way. Like it was ridiculous. But then we stopped. We had breakfast, which included a French toast casserole type thing. So like,
oh my God, the amount of butter alone. Holy shit. It was
French toast cannoli casserole. So like the cannoli goop was also on it as well as and you know how I am. I'm like, well, we're not going to leave leftovers. It's Christmas. That was a mistake.
Actually, that's probably the best time to have leftovers. We're still working.
Of course it is. Of course it is. I'm not a smart man, Atlas. Yeah. So I ate. Now the only problem is before this, because we were at our friend's house like from 11 until nighttime, like until like 11 o'clock at night. So I'm like, we get there, I'm smoking a joint just to get the day started. Huge mistake, because I became a bottomless pit and this is a friend who does like, they have a baking flyer that they send out and they sell like cookies and breads and cakes and stuff like that during the Christmas season. And I ate everything. Hello, Victoria. I ate everything and I thought I was going to die. But it was totally worth it. So yeah. And then we had dinner.
That French toast casserole with the cannoli sauce makes my arteries want to slam shut like the first time that a partner decides to go exploring beyond the balls.
Yeah, that's accurate. Yeah, that's it.
That casserole probably had a Wilford Brimley mustache, and it's just like type 2 adults said diabetes. Like,
you want the diabetes? Take a spoonful. Yeah.
Diabetes. Your intermittent fasting that caused you to lose all that weight, Dino, was what inspired me to try doing 24 hours. And I can tell you, I don't want to do it. My body doesn't want to do it. It's not enjoying that. That's not positively affecting my mental health.
No, it does. It's like, you know what? I hate to make this sound so grandiose and everything, but it is a full-on warfare with your body when you try and fast for long periods of time. And like the first like 36 hours are the worst. Hi, Rudy. And then after that, you kind of like balance out, but it's like that first 24 to 36 hours, you're like, oh, this is fucking, this is World War II. I'm like, I'm not, and I'm the Nazis. I'm losing hard, baby. Like it's rough, but
yeah, it's after Dunkirk and when it starts going downhill.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I even tried before Christmas to do a fast, and I got to like just shy of 2 days, and I was just like, oh my god, I'm such a loser. I can't fucking do it. I'm just so out of practice. Yeah. Coming up, baby. That's how it's gonna work. Oh, I don't know.
Oh man, I was thinking the other day, so Katie,
back.
No, of course.
no problem.
Vince,
Katie and I are doing like
and it's the progression of man. You have Atlas, then you have me, and then you have Vince for our hairlines, and it's perfect. It's fine.
Yep, great.
Vince is like, I'm committed. I'm good.
This is 21 years of having daughters, coming up on 22.
Oh yeah, that seems accurate. If anything, you have too much hair.
I'm sure at some point I'll.
Yeah, it all started traveling down to my face, my chest, my ass, my back. You're like a good Italian.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, that's only fair. Yeah. So how was your guys' Christmas? Did you have the same amount of poor decisions, or
pretty much? We had Katie's family over for Christmas Eve. There was a ham.
Oh,
so lots of artery clogging goodness, and Pumpkin was around 8 people at a time, and I thought it was going to be like, oh, she's going to be getting into everybody's food. Nope, she was perfectly chill the entire time. She was hanging out around my nephews because they're less coordinated and dropping food more. So she's like, oh, fuck yeah. This is my...
It's a smart dog.
It's a smart dog. And then on Christmas Day, we went to go see my family. So my mom and my sister and my brother-in-law. We assumed it was just going to be the breakfast, but it turned out to be the breakfast, going to see Marty Supreme. And then Marty Supreme is like a ping pong movie. It's the same people who did Uncut Gems, if you want some indication on what kind of movie that's going to be. And then had dinner afterwards. So it was like 12 hours.
Ooh.
And Katie's like, okay, you owe me the entire weekend. And I'm like, understandable.
Yeah, that's fair. That's
also, if you've seen Uncut Gems, you know how fucking stressful of a movie Marty Supreme is going to be. Like, we finished it, and I was like, that was a fantastic movie. I need a cigarette or something. Like,
oh, God.
Because it's a character flying by the seat of their pants trying to, like, and it's all kind of their fault, too, that they're doing all of these things. And it's just like, oh, my God. Deep breaths. Yeah, so...
What about you, Vince? How impactful was your Christmas experience?
My poor choices started New Year's Eve or Christmas Eve when I forgot to put the blinds down. So I was up at like 8 a.m. on Christmas Day. And my wife has decided that she wants to sleep in so hard that she has elected that we open up all our Christmas gifts, both stockings and under the tree stuff with the kids, on Christmas Eve, so that we have no reason to get up first thing in the morning. But
logical, I like it.
That's good.
I was up early regardless, and we had Christmas brunch. We actually, as a family, we dig in and we just stay here. So we had Christmas brunch with both my mom and my dad, who are no longer together, but they're amicable, so it wasn't one of those tension-filled things.
Oh, good.
So we had Christmas brunch. They both stayed for Christmas dinner when we had some family over, and we actually had separate family that was supposed to show up on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
But all of that wonderful weather meant that we ended up having a whole second turkey dinner, just the 4 of us.
Geez, you know what? So I was supposed to go to a friend's house on Boxing Day, and I texted her the night before. I'm like, hey, apparently we're supposed to be getting a lot of snow. I'm not sure what's going to happen because I have a rear wheel drive car, and I'm also in a subdivision. So it's like, they're not going to plow my road early. And me being at the age I'm at and everything, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going down by shoveling snow. So I go out early. I shovel once. I shoveled 4 times in total on Boxing Day. But and the last one, I was like, you know what? It stopped snowing. I think we're okay. And then sure enough, wildly, the plow came by on the same day of snow when snow fell. So I ended up having like a 3-foot mountain at the end of my driveway of like hard icy snow, and I'm like, fuck my life. And I'm like, if I'm not getting rid of it now, it's not getting rid of. So out I went, and but yeah, I was like, yeah, I saw like 3 cars like stuck on my road, and I'm like, yeah, that'd be me. No fucking thanks. I'm good. I'm like, I'm sorry. I love you. I'm staying home. I can't. It's just
we have this sidewalk. We're on a corner unit, so we have the sidewalk and the mailbox down there. So I'm responsible for the mailbox and like 100 feet of sidewalk plus my driveway. Jesus. So when the plow comes through, we got buried at the bottom of the driveway. I've only half dug that out, but my wife runs a home daycare. Yeah. So I have to dig out a walkway for the daycare parents. That's where the 3-4 foot mountain was. I had to dig that one out this morning before Monday morning when they start coming back.
Jesus. Okay, Belinda, get out shithead. That's nice.
It was about 49 degrees or 9 degrees Celsius.
You know what? You deserve global warming. How about that? Jim says, I'm here. Yeah. I'm here now. I'm recovering from being beat up on Boxing Day. Tell us more.
Jim, you're in the U.S. There is no Boxing Day.
Yeah, there is no Boxing Day. That's also true.
Well, unless it's that kind of Boxing Day, which is, I think, where we all gather together as a society and celebrate Logan Paul getting the shit kicked out of him.
Oh, it was a great time. It was a great time. Watching Jake Paul get his jaw broken by a professional boxer. You're like, it's about time. Here we go.
Yeah, we all played the cell block tango. He had it coming.
Yeah, I shoved up all the snow in Santa Barbara by myself. There's no snow in Santa Barbara, you horrible human being. Sorry, bye. We're not sorry. Get lost, Tobias. Your name is Tobias. Nobody cares. That's gross. Hey, Tobias, listen.
Toby, I hope you have unreasonably cold weather snap with a lot of snow. Yeah. One day, on a Tuesday, just to fuck up your day. Not even a Monday. Just a Tuesday, a random Tuesday this winter.
My sister was telling me that at her work, they did like an icebreaker where it was like, what's the most serial killer-ish thing that you do? And it's like they seemed normal until blank. And apparently her boss likes to take apart a sandwich and just eat the individual parts of the sandwich.
Oh, that is definitely a murderer. That is 100% a murderer.
Yeah. So my sister asked us all that. Mine is whenever I am in traffic, either in the car and get cut off or on my e-bike and someone almost fucking kills me, I like to out loud just state how they're going to die. And just like, you will go home, your wife will leave you, all this stuff. If you guys have watched Severance, when they fire what's his name? The guy who likes Christopher Walken in the show. Damn it. The guy with the mustache. Anyway, when he gets fired and Milchick like chews him out, that's basically what it sounds like. Everyone will forget you. That shit.
I feel like that's the long form of a pox on your family.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the idea. But I'm just outside on a bike shouting it to no one, which is even weirder.
It's LA. It's not that weird. Vince, do you have any serial killer tendencies that you want to share with us today? May shed some light on everything.
I think the close one might.
There he goes. Oh no.
The truth was almost revealed, and then it's
Irving. Irving is the character I'm thinking of. When Milchick fires Irving. We had snow a few years ago. I was the only bus driver who had driven a bus in snow, so they sent me the snow was less than 1 inch. Okay.
Jesus. You know what? Hold on. Vince is coming back.
I know he hates back here. Is he coming in?
I mean, that was the internet protecting Vince. It's like, don't tell him, Vince. It's not for everyone. Just his attorney cut his feet. I'll be honest with you.
Oh, that's rough.
I think the only serial killer thing for myself. Okay, Vince is going to come back. Hold on.
He's going to leave and come back. I'll cut all this in post.
Yeah, no, it's not a big deal. Yeah. It for myself is 100% when people are threatening. There we go. Hold on.
Sorry about that, guys.
No problem. Don't worry about it. That is how technology gets us. It's like, oh, you thought your life was going to be easier? Nope.
Yeah. That's like the one downside of like us not all recording in the same room is that this tends to happen.
Well, listen, you guys can all move.
But,
That's
like,
fine. That's fine.
For me, it was
Also,
to get back to the original comment. It was being stuck in traffic and having that Bill Burr moment of, just 10 degrees to the right, and suddenly everybody knows who I am. Right up the sidewalk, or as they would call it in Brampton, a regular Tuesday.
Bro, listen.
Yeah.
That's yeah, Brampton is the Thunderdome when it comes to driving. I think for myself, the only thing is more so when I've had people like, well, you want to go? And I just smile and I'm like, okay. And then they're just like, that doesn't seem, and I'm like, I'm just waiting for an opportunity. So if you want to, I would love to. And people immediately, like, I had to explain this to somebody else, I'm like, you got to understand, because they were saying, oh, I want to take, it was a female friend of ours, and she's like, for her daughter's 16th birthday, and she's very good looking, her daughter's very good looking, and she's like, I wanted to go like to Europe or somewhere really cool. And I'm like, hey, you're two women by yourselves on a trip in a foreign country. That's not, you shouldn't do that. Don't do that. Just, and she was like, why? I'm like, okay, let me put it into perspective. I could pick up both of you, throw you on my shoulder, and walk away, and there's nothing you could do to stop me. And she's just kind of looking at me going, oh, I never thought about that. I'm like, yeah.
Did none of you watch White Lotus?
I'm like, I'm like, hey, I'm not saying places aren't safe or anything. I'm just saying you should go on a tour, go into a resort, have a fun time, come home. That is a good vacation, right? If you're going with other people, sure, you can go on a little adventure and stuff. But I'm like, look, I've been into alleyways where all of a sudden everyone just looks at me and I'm like, it's up to you. And they're like, nah. And I'm like, all right, good. Fine.
All right.
But I'm not going to do that with
Let's
my wife.
do the thing.
Yeah. What?
All right.
Okay.
So I will link the first episode that Vince was in, because we talked about this a little bit when he was here last time.
We peer pressured Vince into pushing forward with his secret hobby, which he shared with me, and I was like, oh, like he's like, I'm 475 pages in. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. So he took the leap.
Vince,
which
do you want us to link
jealous.
the story and all that in the description as well, or do you want us to leave it out?
Yeah, you guys can link the story. I love watching the counter go up. It's my own little little bit of narcissism, is watching the counter go up as more and more people go to visit the story.
Totally reasonable.
So for the people who haven't listened to the first episode you were in with us, what is this that we're reading?
It's a sort of pseudo time travel retelling of the Harry Potter universe. It's my take on what would happen if Harry got a few things unlocked and a better roll of the dice the second time through.
Ooh. See, I listen. The hardest part about writing a story is afterward realizing, oh, I could have done that better. Right. And I think that is only fair, that take a shot at it. Why not? There's no reason why you can't make it interesting or anything. And after all is said and done, it's a lot of fucking work, right? It's a lot of work to write stuff. When you told me, I was like, oh, I've written the first 4 or 5 pages of a few different stories that I want to write. Nowhere fucking near what Vince has written. The amount of stuff, and I'm just like, all right, this is it's very impressive. I'm very jealous, but also super happy for you that you took the leap and released it.
If we've learned anything from George Lucas, it's that artists going back and fixing their work is not a good time, but other people going back and fixing your work because they're not a transphobe, usually a better time, I think.
That's one of the things that I've found fun and difficult about it at the same time as I go through. Obviously, now that I've dropped book 1 onto a couple of different fan fiction websites, it's now there as a document, and it's not changeable, and it makes it difficult to want to part with book 2, which I've started to do, because as you start dropping the chapters, you can't change anything anymore. You can't go back and retcon anything any further.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Well, okay, there's two sides of it, right? Is that number one, you've set something in stone, which is an issue, right? But also two, then you're in kind of post-production hell, just revamping and fixing and you never, right? Like, so it's
And
kind
it
of
took 3 or 4 full readings of book 1 before I was solid enough to want to drop it. And I hadn't changed anything substantively in it plot wise, but there was a lot of minor tweaks and stuff to it before it got dropped.
I feel like that's reasonable. Okay, hold on. Jim said, I lived in the same building as Richard Ramirez lived in the Hotel Cecil. Number one, get out of the Hotel Cecil. That is a death sentence. I would be careful. Lots of women are in law enforcement or were in the... All right. My goal is to be the only person who has never seen Harry Potter. Well, we're ruining that today, sir.
Well, at least fanfic. So, Vince, did you want to read it or?
I don't really trust my voice because I'm recovering from a cold. Okay. If one of you two don't mind.
Absolutely. All right. I love reading.
You want to go first? Do you want me to go first? Do
you want me to read? So I picked up the one from Archive of Our Own.
Yes.
So do you want me to read the intro first, Vince? Is that, and then I'll read the chapter? Or
sounds good.
Do you want to read any part of this, or what are we doing?
I'm good reading the chapter if you guys like do the MST3K thing if you want.
I don't know what that means.
Just kind of like reply, making jokes.
Make noises. Yeah, we could do that.
Okay.
All right. So here's the intro. Hello. This is my first crack at writing fan fiction. I am currently working on book 4 of the series, so I have a backlog built in. This takes place over the timeline of the canon books with some prequel backstory added. I will not be writing author's notes before or after most chapters. I will add in the odd ones here and there, but that's it. Book 1 has 40 chapters. I will also be dropping this as the other major fanfic site, fanfiction.net.
Yeah.
I have taken out the original spiciness on the story to adhere to decency laws in my country and make it accessible for all. What a kind man. I also someone who doesn't want to go to jail. Smart.
Probably. Smart. Yes.
I own none of the characters in this universe. I have no stance on the opinions of J.K. Rowling for or against. I just enjoy playing in her sandbox. Interesting term of words. I have embedded numerous Easter eggs in the fic for my amusement and as a game for you readers. Some obvious, some obscure. Would love to see comments from readers on the Easter eggs you find. Jesus Christ, Vince, I'm so excited about this. Unreasonably so, like conveniently Christmas. I mean, this works out very well for me.
Yes. The Temperamental Elemental by Jedi Phoenix. Book 1, Chapter 1, the end. The war had been brutal and lasted longer than anyone had expected. No big epic battles to quickly tie up loose ends. Just a slow descent to oblivion with too much death and despair. After Dumbledore had died, learning what he needed from Harry was almost too much. That does not even begin to mention how the only things he ever taught Harry were history lessons. Lessons as boring as any Goblin Rebellion lecture that Professor Binns droned on about. When Harry found out that Albus had never taught him anything useful because he always meant for Harry to die was a kick in the gut. For the greater good, Gellert Grindelwald's slogan. What?
No, it's an accurate description of fucking Dumbledore was not a nice person, okay? He was a bad guy, okay?
He doesn't get a very good telling in my story.
Okay, he was a villain. Listen, he's not a good person. And Snape, you know what? I feel just to sideline this, okay? Is everyone was like, I'm Dumbledore, actually a bad person, pretends to be a good person. Whereas Snape, everyone's like, he's a piece of shit. No, actually the hero, get fucked. Okay.
Which is funny because I spend a good chunk of the time over the course of all the books using Snape as the punching bag that everyone likes to make Harry into.
Yeah, but that's exactly what he did. Anyways, sorry. Let's please continue in your reading.
If Dumbles wasn't gone, Harry felt that he would shove Gryffindor's sword straight up Well, you get the point. Let's just say that now, with his eyes open, old Sparkle Eyes better watch out for Harry in the afterlife. Harry and his friends had somehow managed to get all of Voldemort's Horcruxes, even if the snake had killed Ron. Hopefully, with them all, the Horcruxes gone, and this idiot monologuing, Harry could get him to fall dead on his own. Right. Like he'd had ever been that lucky. Like now, magical ropes were binding him to a chair, both eyes swollen nearly shut, at least 4 broken teeth if his tongue running them over was correct, and that doesn't count the burns, cuts, and multiple broken bones. After more crucios than Harry could count, old No-Nose was livid because...
Fantastic.
I love the nicknames.
Yeah.
Because Harry stubbornly refused to scream. Harry thought it excited him. Pervert. So he got his death munchers to soften Harry up. Tossa. Can't even beat a teenager by himself, Harry thought. Harry had beat them in their duel through Priori Incantatum again, but when the spell dropped, Harry took a bludgeoning hex to the back of the head. So, Harry, any final words? Voldemort hissed out. I'd whisper them to you, so you'd have to lean in, and then I'd bite your nose, but Harry rasped out. Defiant to the end. Though I suppose I have to admire the fight in you, Harry. After all I've made you endure, Voldemort said softly. Made me endure? Beyond killing my parents, you've done nothing. You're a weak, pathetic bully too scared to do anything if you aren't up 3-1 in the numbers. Before you get on with it, I've got an itch just inside my thigh, Harry said lightly. Crucio. No, the Crucio let up. That's it, Harry. Beg for your life, Voldemort hissed. Just a little further in and to the left, Tom, Harry said with a quirk of his lips. Crucio! Yes! Harry started laughing maniacally. A bit unnerved, Voldemort asked, What's so funny, boy? Do you truly laugh in the face of death? Voldemort growled out, frustration evident. The world will know the last thing you did before to kill me was scratch my bollocks, you useless bastard, Harry said with a twinkle in his eye. Harry wandlessly conjured a grenade, pulled the pin, counted to 3 before rolling it forward under the chair, giving the inner circle and old Voldy no chance. They were all instantly vaporized.
That's fantastic. That is also the shout out to James Bond. Love it. Should I donate? Of course you should donate. All funds will be distributed between all 3 people on screen. Atlas is good. He is. Don't swear. Hey, we have nothing. I'm a kid. You should be older.
It's in the writing, and also explicit 18 or older. Blah blah blah. This is on every episode. It's got a little E. Like
yeah.
E. It's a good beginning or a good idea of what Harry's going to be like throughout the entirety of the story. He's very
he's John McClane.
He's John McClane. He's James Bond. He's very acerbic. He's not going to take any shit after all he got put up. After all he
very
got put
quippy. Yeah.
Listen, I love it. Listen, for the simple fact that, let's be honest, the Harry Potter world was very soft. Okay. And let's be honest, having been to London, that's how they are. It's just that's
when you say soft, do you mean like soft magic system? Because that is a thing in fiction.
I mean, also, if I was fighting somebody, I would take my wand, jab it into their eye, and blow the back of their head out. Why? Because I'm a fucking gangster.
Yeah,
right.
The way they explain it away is like in the wizarding world, doing that is like Muggle shit, basically, where it's like we don't fight with our hands or whatever. Like,
but that's the thing is Harry is more Muggle than he is wizard, right? Like he's a wizard because he's a wizard. He was raised as a Muggle though, and he had to fight for his lunch, right? So yeah, he should be like can you imagine in a duel? He's like, oh, I'm gonna and just brain somebody. Come on. Like, that's going to make somebody shit their pants, which...
By I'm leaving, you're swearing. You spelled your wrong, and also explicit 18 or older. every episode is like this.
Yeah. I'll be king.
Harry does do a little bit of muggle fighting, and there's also some sword fighting in there later on. He
cool.
does, for somebody that everybody expects to be a person of the light, he is much more gray and a lot more ready to kill.
Yes.
As you find out very quickly on in the first couple of chapters, with a couple of Harry's biggest adversaries being eliminated very quickly in the story.
Also, Ron's dead. I feel like we
Ron
glossed over that.
Ron was dead in the end telling of his first life. Ron doesn't die in the retelling as you get into further chapters in his second chance at life.
Okay.
Interesting. I mean, unsubbing. That's all right. Have a great life.
Okay.
I don't care.
Also, yours spelled like this. When it's possessive, when you are saying you are swearing, Y-O-U apostrophe R-E.
Read a book. Even I know better, and I suck at spelling. No, I honestly, for the first chapter, that's fucking 1-2. Like just that, it's a solid start. I'm very flip you.
Just kick him out.
Go fuck yourself, Albie. How about that? You piece of shit. You probably won't grow past 5 feet, loser. Sorry, I had to do it.
It's a little mean.
I don't give a shit.
It's a little mean.
Well, he said flip you, and everybody knows in youngster speak that is very aggressive, and he should be responded to. He like, I'm unsubbing, and he couldn't even spell unsubbing in this one. What a fucking loser!
I said it again. Okay. Okay. All right.
Anyways, yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, so
what's been some of the other feedback you've gotten there, Vince? Has anyone?
Yeah.
How does this work? Do people have comments? Like, what is it?
There's been very few comments on fanfiction.net. There was a few. I had one particular person that wanted to gripe about everything every chapter, and I got like 5 or 6, 7 different shots from the person. You find very early on as well, and I think I mentioned this in my first trip to you guys, was as much as a lot of other people make Harry Potter into the biggest punching bag verbally and literally that anybody can ever write about, everybody tortures him.
Yes.
Harry realistically is somewhere in the cross section of James Bond, Jesus, and Superman. And the fact that he doesn't get any females chasing him except for Ginny forever.
Well, it
made it very difficult to write, because I right away wanted to give Harry a harem. And
is that a harem with 2 R's? Is that how that works? Or
like I said in the prequel part about not wanting to put spiciness in, trying to write even in a James Bondian type of way of something's going to happen, but we're going to fade to black, and then 20 minutes later something has happened, but we're not talking about it.
I feel like that's reasonable.
That was difficult to continue to move along with. But the first incident where Harry ends up with any kind of female interaction is him with older girls from Gryffindor, but he's already mentally much older because he lived, he died, he came back, and still has his same memories. So it's kind of one of those, which one's older, and should he really be being interacted with by older students when he's that young?
That's fair.
Yeah, that's
someone got really upset by that.
Martin, what we're doing is our friend Vince, this way or down, whichever one you want, has
the bald guy.
We're all at certain levels of bald. Anyways,
hat, receding hairline, bald. It's very easy.
Hat, vampire, bald. That's what we're gonna do. Okay.
Okay.
Vince had come on a little while ago, and we discussed the fact that he was writing a fan fiction of Harry Potter, and through complete and utter horrible peer pressure from us, he has gone forward to proverbially release his first few chapters, and it's very exciting. So we're responding to this. We just read the first chapter. If you want to go back, and we will have links in the bottom as to where you can find it. But
when this episode comes out on Friday, with like the part where his internet dropped out, cut out, and stuff like that, there will be the links to everything on all your podcast apps. So to your to Martin and the Pixel Drink. Normally, we're a show where we talk about like topics from a generational stance. Dino's a Gen Xer. I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
Fanfic covers all generations, luckily. So,
thanks, Pixel. Yeah. Really appreciate that. This is very interesting. I've never seen a live with people talking about fanfic. Yeah. I mean, this might become a thing. Vince might be coming on as our regular here. I'm back, not swear. Go fuck yourself, Albie. Okay. Shut up and shut up. You shut up, okay?
Why are you're fighting with a child?
Hey, I will kick a child. I don't give a shit, okay? I love Harry Potter and think, yes, he should have got some more action. He's 100% should have been getting mad action. And also,
it's the first chapter. It's the first chapter. A lot more is going to happen, right?
I feel like, listen.
And just to correct what you had said earlier, I actually dropped the whole first book. So the whole first book is online. And I've started dropping the first couple chapters of book 2.
Awesome. So,
get out of his way, people. He's out here to dominate the universe. I love it.
Okay, so is Harry reincarnated, and he's just kind of going through all this again, and thus has the knowledge of his past life, or?
That's a pretty good explanation for it. What you read in the very next chapter is that rather than dying, he ends up being shown to fate and his tapestry of life and how it got corrupted by Dumbledore and a few other people. And she basically spins it back to a period. She says that she can't give him back his parents, but spins him back to a point where he can start over knowing what he knows now and gives him a second chance at life.
Why don't we give
very Edge of Tomorrow too. I like that.
Yeah.
It's the idea, so okay, here's and just to be a little philosophical on the whole generations thing. Is the idea of everyone, I think it's very clear in Harry Potter that there were outside influences that distinctly affected the outcome of Harry Potter's existence and
like
life.
Black Mold.
Right? Absolutely.
Do you know what I'm talking about, Dino?
No. Well,
okay, so there was like there's like a video of J.K. Rowling being interviewed in like an apartment she's in, and like very clearly in the background there's black mold, and people think like that's why she like went off her rocker after she finished the books.
I mean, becoming a billionaire kind of makes you go off your rocker.
Yes, it does.
Right? That's just,
anyway.
I hope someday to be a billionaire off his rocker. I look forward to it. Great.
He's already off his rocker.
It'd be a lot more fun to be a billionaire off your rocker than where we're all at right now.
Yeah, because we're not on any rockers. We're definitely off our rockers, but it's no billionaire. It's kind of, if Lego was money, I'd be a billionaire, but that's different. But yeah, so like being able to access or get a glimpse of who made decisions that affected how your life played out, I feel would be a very very difficult thing to go through, right? Because let's be honest, there's like the whole 6 degrees of separation kind of stuff is like there's things that happened that you will never know about, right? Like that whole idea where like people's opinion of you is none of your business, right? So like when you hear like I've heard people where they're like, oh, I'm surprised you would do that. And I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? Right. But at the same time, it's you kind of, it's none of your business what people think. But having access to something that is definitely a jarring experience. Right. And then being the real question is, right. And well, let's be honest. We've all watched time travel type shows and everything. Is changing what happened for your better or for your worse? You won't know until you try, right? And that's even scarier as the whole.
If people want an example of that, watch the episode of Rick and Morty with the vat of acid, where Rick hits the little, like, redo button.
Yeah.
Right, and it's like you can save your progress, and then if you hit the button, it like puts you back to that last save. And what ends up happening is he forgets to hit the save button for so long. And it's this long thing where like he meets a girl, they fall in love, they go on a trip together, the trip goes wrong, and then he eventually, you think he's going to hit the button to like undo it, but then he would undo the relationship, but he doesn't, and then they get rescued. Oh, hi, Pumpkin, come here.
It's horrible. Pixels, like, same, but with keychains. Just so you can tell, I have this. I got it in Hong Kong, and it's even got my name engraved on it. So yeah, I feel your pain.
You think he's gonna hit the button, but then he doesn't. Then he gets rescued, and then Jerry hits it by mistake, and it goes all the way back to before he met the girl, and he knows everything that should happen because it's already happened. But you can't explain that to somebody. You can't be like, "We've been dating for like a year, and we went on a trip together," and then she like pepper sprays him, and it ruins it. Like, yeah. So
I mean, like, let's be honest. The only thing that makes things worse is knowing that this should definitely happen, and it's up to you to make it happen. You're like, I don't know how I made it happen. Shit, right?
Yeah, and like, if you get sent back knowing what you know now, that doesn't change outside factors too. Like, other people can behave any number of ways, which can still influence your outcome. Right.
Yeah. The nice thing about that within the Harry Potter universe is things like pensives, where you can go back and actually show other people, hey, this is what happened in the previous life. Mm-hmm. And you can actually show them what happened and why you're acting the way you are. So Harry eventually ends up taking some people into his confidence in my story, showing them, hey, this is what happened. This is why I'm acting the way I do towards Dumbledore or somebody else, and it's not just because I'm being a prick or being right out of left field. These are the reactions that I had to live through the first time.
Yeah,
which he's not just allowed to show this is what or know what his first life was. He can show it to some other people.
So okay, well, and that brings
that's cool.
There's another point to that, is that like if someone shows you what has already happened that has shaped how you act now, is that, is your fate already decided? Can you change your fate? Mm-hmm. Right? Is fair, which is a unanswerable question, right? Because is everything in your life already decided, or do you have free will? Who knows, right? It's
very, very philosophical. I like it.
Well, I think at least in the way that I wrote my fanfic, definitely there is free will, because there's a number of people who didn't interact with Harry nearly as much in his first life, and they realized that through seeing his memories and have a definite different life with him this time.
Very cool. I like that.
Should we read the second chapter, or should we?
Vince, your call. If you want, how much? I mean, let's. I'm down to go on to the next chapter if you are.
Hey, you guys, this is your bus, man. I'm just enjoying riding.
It's
with you.
your story, dude.
If you want to begin the second chapter, by all means, go ahead.
Okay. Right. Do you want to continue reading, Atlas, or would you like me to take a shot? You want to go for it? By all means, sir. I will sit and be shocked and in awe as you requested. No problem.
All right. Chapter 2, Rebirth. Harry woke up suspended in air, surrounded by blinding white light. He noticed he felt no pain anymore. Then a voice spoke to Harry from behind him to the left, a voice he only remembered hearing when in the company of Dementors. Instead of the red hair he was expecting through it was silver. Instead of the red hair he was expecting, though, it was silver and blinding off the all-encompassing light. Harry, the voice said. Mom? Yes and no. I chose to look like your mom to let you feel a friendly face, but no. I am Clotho or Clotho?
I'm not up on my Greek mythology. We might have to ask the genetic marvel here.
Clotho.
That's true. The Greek one. Which one? What is it? Clotho or
Clotho?
Clotho. Okay.
It's one. Greek is read exactly how it's spelled. So, and remember too, like there is no C. So if it is a C, it's actually a K. So it's Clotho.
Okay.
It's
Clotho.
one.
Okay. All right. I am Clotho, one of the fates, and I will neither lie or deceive you. I fear you've had enough of that for 3 lifetimes. Also, I owe you a bigger apology than I can possibly express. My thread for you was tainted and twisted too many times by too many people. By no means was your life supposed to be easy. No great heroes ever is. But so many other threads were prevented that the tapestry needs to be, or perverted that the tapestry needs to be reset.
Hold on. That is an interesting perspective there, Vince. That is, I like what you did there. Is that at what point can shenanigans happen so much that fate is like, hold the fuck on, start over. That's some fucking stupid shit. I like it.
Yeah.
Continue, please.
There's the Fates are a big character in Hadestown, which I saw back in October, and or the Fates plural, all 3 of them are characters, and there's a big thing about retelling the story over and over, even if Orpheus and Eurydice are not going to be united. In the end, you have to retell it because it is important to tell as a story.
Correct.
So it reminds me of this a little bit. Okay, at the thought, the tapestry of Harry's life appeared before him. Loved by so many for 15 months, parents, friends, and family. Then the betrayal of his parents, followed by pain, suffering, and dodging death time after time. Fighting Voldemort and the expected victory, the tapestry looked sick somehow, like part of it had mold and rot on it. Beside it was another tapestry.
What is that black mold you were talking about?
I mean, look, that's the perfect explanation. Is outside coming in, polluting, and it's fucking Vince. You have some real talent, you son of a bitch.
Yeah,
fucking liar.
Beside it was another tapestry. The beginnings were the same, but after the betrayal, a life was serious, full of laughter, love, and pranks. Being trained by Sirius and Remus, a man named Arcturus, and women named Dorea and Cassiopeia from the time he could walk. Through his Hogwarts years, several girlfriends learning his lineage.
Hey-o.
Some things... What?
No.
Okay.
Some girlfriends learning his lineage.
Yeah. Some things were partially blurred out. A direct descendant of Gryffindor, one of the many shocks, the blurred outline of his animagus. Something big and airborne. Voldemort's inevitable return, the Second Blood War, people dying, including his first love, eliminating the Horcruxes, combining the Hallows, eventually defeating Tom and living his life in peace, teaching, and eventually becoming headmaster of Hogwarts, of having a family the Weasleys would be jealous of growing old and eventually passing on surrounded by loved ones. It was beautiful, if imperfect, and it was all stolen from him. How? Who? Why? Harry asked.
Hold on.
Harry, if I knew you'd be...
Hold on.
Sorry.
This brings me back to, there's a story where it's what if you were sitting in your underwear, having cereal, watching cartoons on a Saturday morning, and suddenly a very posh version of you and an old-timey ghost appear, be your future could have been this. He's stop tormenting me, and disappears, and you're the fuck, man? I'm just having breakfast, right? It's very much where you're I thought I did okay, man. What the fuck? It's fair. I'm. Yeah.
Or even worse, you're the Cratchits, and the Christmas present shows up. Look at these poor people. Hey, man, I worked hard to provide for my family.
I'm fucking trying, and it's not hard enough, apparently. The other version
I do that on a regular basis.
Yeah,
Let me show him his grave.
You're God damn. Yeah. Okay. Fix the drink. I appreciate your comments for real, right?
Give me a second.
Everyone tries to do their best, right? And then you're what if it shows up and someone with a pocket watch is oh, I'd hate to be that guy, and you're the fuck, man? Yeah, no, that is
Or like just a guy who like you're the test guy for the ghost, or like you're teaching other ghosts how to haunt people, and it's like, dude, you come here once a week and you suck at it, and they're like, we're the guy we train the ghosts on. Sorry,
That's
like,
horrible. Horrible.
Sorry.
Yeah, not fair. Not cool. Not cool, everyone. All right.
Okay.
Continue.
Harry, if I knew you'd be this tongue-tied around a lady, I would have come looking like your dad, Clotho chided lightly. I'm giving Clotho a male voice because I want to. Sorry.
That's fine. Technically, it should be androgynous. But yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So looks like
it
the lady
is
talks
not
like a
gender
guy.
specific. It
All right.
is all and nothing all at the same time. It's weird.
And there's no point appearing as serious. You'd get mopey and we get nothing done. Harry, your thread was tainted by one person specifically, and the free will of many. Albus meant well, but his hubris was his thinking. Only he knew what was best for all. His meddling contributed to Tom Riddle becoming who and what he was. His failures with Gellert and Tom colored how he dealt with nearly everyone after that. The prophecy and his past mistakes pushed Albus to act as he did and began affecting how everyone else would interact with you. Severus's hatred for your father and his loss tainted all his interactions with you as well. Really, it's amazing with all you were forced to endure that you didn't end up like Tom. If you had the world, you would have been destroyed, for you are so much stronger than Tom or Albus. Awesome. I love that. Like a big part of the original books is like how Tom and Harry are kind of mirrors of each other.
Yeah.
And this is fantastic.
No, but okay, Pixel, yeah. Like, I'm trying my best. You're like, yeah. You're like, I am trying my best. And Harry's like, and they're like, oh, you could have been stronger than everybody. He's like, man, I was fucking trying, okay? It's not on me. It's everyone else fucked me over. I mean, it's very fair. I mean, yeah, I like it. I like it. I like where you're going with this.
It's funny you say that with the next two lines coming up.
I just saw that. Yeah, okay.
Okay. All right. Are you sure? Never felt this way. Always felt like I scraped by with help and luck, Harry grumbled. And why are those spots blurred? He asked. You know, you could have exerted your free will and worked a bit harder. You knew that you had a Dark Lord after you, even if you didn't know the prophecy until it was too late, she admonished lightly. As for the blurred spots, I will explain, Clotho said. I don't want any of this. I just wanted a normal life, Harry said, his temper flaring. And that's the defining characteristic of what starts a hero on this journey. A true hero is one with a calling. A calling he didn't want, one he didn't believe he could achieve, but one he could not back away from. The hero faces adversity and loss and it tests them to either fall to darkness or it fortifies their need to fight, to persevere against all odds, and to win, not just for them, but for those they love. So what now? Asked Harry. Your journey. It was stolen from you. It was made exponentially harder than it was supposed to be, and yet you still succeeded. You even made the hero's sacrifice for the betterment of all you would leave behind. It isn't too far to say you actually saved the world. If Tom Riddle had managed to overtake England, he would have been too hard to stop in Europe, and by the time others out there deigned to assist, the mundane world would have stepped in to eliminate the problem. Due to the interference, we have been given the chance to right the wrongs, said Clotho. At this, the tapestry in front of Harry began to unravel, and after a few minutes, it slowed to stop near the beginning. Harry, I cannot give you back your parents, but I can give you back most of your life. You will retain all knowledge you have attained up to now, Clotho intoned softly. The blurred spots are gifts that were set in front of you to assist you in your journey. I do like the surprises I left for you, and was very disappointed you were blocked and bound to not find or discover them. Shortly, I will be sending you back to a time where all of this has been reset. I will provide you with this advice. Trust in the inherent goodness in people, but do not do so blindly. Seek knowledge, skill, and above all else, learn of your heritage. Goodbye for now, Harry Potter. May we meet again many years from now. Clotho said as Harry faded away. Once Harry was fully gone, the other Fates appeared and spoke to their sister. You truly love this one, don't you? They're smoking a cigarette. Fuck it. How could I not? How could any of us not? I will lock this tapestry personally up to ensure you two and the others do not destroy the whole of humanity again through your apathy, Clotho said darkly.
So,
goddamn.
Yeah, that's a lot. I like it.
I'm gonna read the rest of this on my own. This sounds great.
This is fantastic. Man, it's great work, bro. This is like
I did try and get you to read this a couple of months back, before even the first time I was on here.
Yeah, I'm lazy. That's not news to anyone, Vince. Listen, I was okay. To put it into perspective, everyone, I was over 500 pounds, and instead of doing something about it, I did nothing about it and just stopped eating, started fasting, because that was the easiest way I could achieve something is by doing nothing. Okay, trust me, I know how lazy I am. At the same time, so like on one hand, it's very like I think we can all agree on this. Anyone who's like, I want to be in charge should not be in charge. That is consistently the truth of all truths throughout all history and time. Anyone who wants to be in charge should not be allowed to be in charge. And people who don't want to be in charge should definitely be put in charge. Why? Because they'll probably do a good job. In the same sense, like very much I keep on referencing John McClane from Die Hard for the simple fact that on Christmas we watch Die Hard, and then on Boxing Day we watch Die Hard 2, because I'm like, those are 100% Christmas movies. So right. Yeah. But like he's just like his wife says it the best at the end of the first one. It's like, why does this keep happening to us? And he's just like, I was just there and somebody had to do something, right? Mm-hmm. Which is like realistically the true call of a hero is somebody had to do something, so I did it. Mm-hmm. Right? It shouldn't be I want to save humanity. Go fuck yourself. Nobody wants your input, right?
Like it's kind of understated in the books, but they mention kind of offhand, and a lot of the fandom really sticks on this, is like Neville Longbottom also could have been Harry Potter, because that prophecy applies to him too.
Yes.
So he could have just done all the stuff that Harry did, but didn't for whatever reason. And it's supposed to be like, heroism can fall onto anybody, and kind of anybody can be a hero. But it because it's so understated and not like Neville gets his moment where he kills the snake, and that's kind of it. But
that's Neville gets his moment, but Neville also throughout the books ends up being slower to develop because he's a tertiary character. If Neville ended up realistically, and this is one of the reasons why I really actually hate Ron. There's two characters in the Harry Potter universe that there's four characters really that I hate, but main characters that I hate are Ron and Dumbledore. Okay. Because they are just legitimately bad people. Dumbledore puts Harry into terrible situations over and over without any kind of explanation or any kind of guidance. And Ron realistically is holding Harry hostage from becoming a better person by doing all of the lazy stuff, wanting to goof off, and never really pushing him to develop other friends.
I think in Ron's case, it's because they're teenagers. That's just kind of part of what it is to be a teenager.
Age is no excuse for being a piece of shit.
Okay. And then also in Ron's case, like his role in the books is to kind of be the guide for Harry and Hermione who come from the Muggle world, to be like, this is how all the wizard shit works because I'm from here.
Yeah.
Like,
he's also a terrible guy though, because 7 years in, he still doesn't know how to say things like electricity.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid.
And his dad is supposed to be the head of the misuse of Muggle artifacts office, and he still doesn't know how to say electricity or do anything in the Muggle world. They are bigots. They're just bigots that hide behind being stupid.
Oh, that's 100%. Let's be honest. That is bigotry.
Weaponized incompetence as
wizards.
Yeah.
So, but okay. So I have not read. I think I read the first 3 books because they were small and written for children, and after that, I was like, oh, this is too much. So
yeah, then it starts ramping up in the stakes and stuff.
I'm a sympathetic. So, but what you're telling me is that Ron was actually like Paulie from Rocky. Like he was just a pain in the ass that fucked everybody up. Like
in a lot of ways, Ron really is Paulie from Rocky. He just doesn't drink yet.
Oh.
A lot of fan fictions have him in that kind of 19-year jump after Voldemort dies before their kids go off to school.
Yeah.
Of him getting fat and being a drunk. So he really is Paulie. He's constantly jealous of what Rocky has and that he never does anything better with his life. But to speak to your laziness, Dino, there's things called e-readers, which can actually, if you just plug your headphones in, it will play it for you, so you don't have to do anything.
Okay.
So as an English teacher, I will say audiobooks count as books.
Oh, 100%. I was trying to figure that out on my phone, and I could not figure it out. I'll be honest with you, I gotta find out a different program to download because the ones I have that don't work. Hi, it's me again. Hi, the Nell Gaming Guy. What do y'all think of
Five Nights at Freddy's 2?
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen either movie.
I was like, what the fuck is FNAF 2? Yeah. Poor Harry. I mean, so here's the question though, is that we're running a little bit long, so I apologize, guys. But the idea of being a hero, I feel like you have to have a significant amount of suffering to be a hero, right? Like you can't, like if you don't have any suffering, can you be a hero?
I think from like a reader's standpoint, it's boring. If everything is easy for the hero, then it's like, okay, why should I care? You have to, like, as a person, because you as a real person went through some kind of hardship as a person. Whether it's sickness or money stuff or family trouble or whatever, like any sort of friction in your life, you have to like empathize with the character, and if they're a hero, they have to go through some sort of hardship for it to like really resonate with you. That's why the whole hero journey thing is a thing.
It's interesting you say that because that does make somebody like Superman a difficult hero to write for. Because he is that overpowered. And that was one of the things I did struggle with Harry, because realistically, if you read through the rest of it, you find that he spent 15 years in his kind of Dagobah, to use a Star Wars reference. He spends about 15 years in time dilation learning everything he needs to know. So he comes to Hogwarts as basically a post-Newt student who just is coming back for the school experience.
Okay.
And it makes it difficult for him to face any kind of adversity or challenges. And I really had to stack up challenges against him, and he still kind of tanks his way through a lot of it.
See, go ahead.
There's a Justice League cartoon that aired in like the early to mid 2000s, and there's a great like moment for Superman that I still remember to this day, like 20 years later, where he's fighting some villain and he's telling him basically, I live in a world of cardboard. I am afraid of breaking everything I see because of how powerful I am.
It's Darkseid.
You are enough of a challenge where I can finally let loose, and then immediately starts like tanking his ass.
And all of the windows break for like 3 miles around the punch. It's him versus Darkseid. It is it's from Justice League Unlimited. It's a fantastic episode, because that's the thing is, so Batman's alter ego, right, is Batman, which also is a questionable thing because technically he pretends to be Bruce Wayne. He is actually Batman in his own mind. But Superman's alter ego is Clark Kent because he is Superman, right? So the fumbling klutz who slouches, can't figure stuff out is like, I don't know. And you're like, he's unstoppable. There's no like, and that's the juxtaposition is because you're right. Is Superman is hard to write for because there aren't roadblocks for Superman. His roadblocks is him having pity on mankind for how fucking stupid they are.
It's right? Him being a Boy Scout, basically.
Yeah,
like, my code as a Kryptonian is I want to protect the people of Earth because they're good people and I believe in them.
Yeah.
Right. And Batman is kind of the opposite, where it's like, you all fucking suck. I'm gonna beat some ass.
But at the same time, it makes sense. Go ahead, Vince. Sorry.
Pretty much, my Harry Potter is more Batman than he is a Superman.
Mm-hmm.
It is that a lot of the people in the wizarding world suck, and I'm gonna kick your ass.
Good. Yeah. Fuck them.
Yeah. That's. I mean, yeah, I'm all for it. That is fantastic.
Can't catch a break when you're a hero. Yeah.
No, you can't. Yeah, but you shouldn't either, right? Like, the path of a hero is a path of suffering. There's no question about that. But it is a path of, like, that's the ultimate way to grow, right? Like, you won't achieve your destiny without suffering. Like, it is an integral part of the growth process.
And to me, his suffering, at least in my fanfic, is his first life. It is his first life, and then his, as I just called it earlier, his Dagobah time. It's his training, where he learns to become who he ends up becoming. But he's already kind of preloaded all his suffering, and now is trying to come back and right the things that were wrong in his first life.
Yeah. Tricky.
And there is a little bit of PTSD written into future chapters, where I don't really want to ruin it, but there's a situation where Harry kind of has a flashback to when Sirius died, and it kind of really screws him up for a moment or two.
Yep.
But he definitely has to. They definitely had to make overwhelming forces for him to fight just to make it even. Because I really did overpower Harry and tanked him up.
Yeah. So I think for interesting fight scenes, you definitely have to have,
I have a question.
Voldemort times
if
10
he
or something.
Goes, so if he goes, going back, would the Elder Wand still recognize him as its owner? Question.
Well, the elder one is notoriously fickle, so it's like, oh, you punch that guy in the face, it's I'm yours now. Like,
well, so this is the thing. Like, so we went to there's a store in London that has all sorts of like fan stuff and Harry Potter merch and everything like that, and they had an Elder Wand there, and Victoria's like, you should get the Elder Wand. I'm like, you can't buy the Elder Wand, you have to win the Elder Wand. And the salesperson is like, back. And then another person was like, hey, because they had a really cool Green Lantern ring, and Victoria's like, I wonder if they have your size. I'm like, what size do you have? They're like, this is the biggest one we have. And I go to put it on, and it doesn't even fit my pinky. And I'm like, and Victoria's like, you can get it resized. And I'm like, no,
for a Green Lantern ring.
The Green Lantern ring chooses you. You can't choose you can't force it on. And again, the salesperson is like, facts. You can't. It's just how it is. And Victoria's like, you're stupid. She's like, you're an idiot. I'm like, I may be an idiot, but I'm not wrong. So
you have to take the trauma. So for people who enjoyed this episode of Generation Dan and all of the lovely Vince Carmichael's fan fiction and want to hear more, when this episode releases on Friday, which is like a little after New Year's, I think the 3rd or something.
Yeah.
The link to the first 2 chapters will be in the description, and you can then read the rest of the fic from there.
If anything, it's your responsibility to read the entire fanfic and comment and support Vince on his journey of righting the wrongs of history. So,
yes, where can people find and follow you, Vince?
You can follow me at Facebook, Vince Carmichael, on Insta at Vince Carmichael 3, and then in Archive of Our Own and fanfiction.net, I am Vince Carmichael. And the story is called The Temperamental Elemental.
All right. Nice.
Awesome.
You can follow us, the show, at Generation Dan, on on all those social medias. You can also follow me at Atlas Novak, wherever fine social medias are found. At the time of recording this, I'm currently doing my top 5 teacher sketches of the year on TikTok. There's other stuff in there. Like right now I'm doing a series of Benoit Blanc in the Ace Attorney universe where he's just like fucking done with Phoenix Wright's shit at this point. Like I just started Justice for All and he's like smacking him around and stuff. So,
which is interesting because the moment you said Benoit, I was starting to think about Chris Benoit. And
no,
that's a completely different. That's a completely different podcast, I think.
Smacking around, yeah. I'll be honest with you. I keep on loading social media, and it just while you're loading something on TikTok, it goes over to your friends list, which has been Atlas pretending to be Benoit Blanc for the last like 4 days, and Victoria's like, what the hell is that? I'm like, it's Atlas. She's like, what is it anyways? I'm like,
okay, the Ace Attorney games are fantastic, and you and Victoria should play them. They're visual novels. You play as a lawyer, and you're like solving murder mysteries in court and out of court, and it's very fun and like goofy, but also murder.
Fair enough.
So I'm trying to get Katie to play them with me.
If you were published, what are some other dream projects or stories? I have like 4 stories that I'm still trying to write. Atlas has like 9 scripts that he's trying to figure out which one is actually going to work.
No, I don't.
You know what? I'll be honest with you, Vince. You've inspired me. I'm going to start trying to write again because I won't be one-upped by you, you bald son of a bitch. Let's start there.
For me, I'd love to do a 1-hour special in the kind of idea similar to 3 Mics from Neil Brennan, but as the 4 characters from Inside Out. And I've got probably a half dozen more fanfics in my mind.
I mean, listen, this is the path to the future. It was nice watching you guys.
Let's see. I've written a TV pilot with Dino. Like you and I kind of workshopped it for a while.
Bye, Pixel Drink fan. Thank you for stopping in.
Written some short stories, and then what I'm really working on is a musical about teachers. That's
which is awesome.
Yeah.
Anyways, everyone, you can find me at Dino the Genetic Marvel. I'm doing all sorts of stuff, mostly food based, and then just hijinks around the greater Toronto area, and also whatever travels that may happen, which apparently I'm going to be doing a few of this year. So I have fan fiction stories of Jim. Bring it on. This might become a fan fiction podcast. Who the hell knows? We've hit our stride after 2. Sorry?
Dino and I might be going to Kaboom Wings sometime this week on in Scarborough.
Yeah, that's definitely going to happen. So find us, follow us. You'll have a great time, everyone. In the meantime, enjoy the rest of your day, and follow us and send us money. That's only fair, reasonable. Have a great day, everyone.
Bye, folks.